Okay, let's get started this morning. Um, Welcome everyone to the NBS Virtual Open House. I am Associate Professor Angie Loh, and I'm the Associate Dean for Undergraduate Education. All right. Okay, welcome to Nanyang Business School, NBS for short. Nanyang Business School, NBS, is a premier business school in a leading technological university. All right. What that means is that you as a student, not only will you be receiving a rigorous and relevant business education, you will be doing so in an environment that is at the forefront of technological innovation. It is here in NTU and in Nanyang Business School where business meets technology. At NBS, we drive innovation through interdisciplinary learning with a strong tech focus throughout our curriculum. Okay, we prepare our graduates to lead globally. Think like global citizens. Okay, and we train students to practice sustainability and lead meaningful transformation in the real world. All in all, we prepare future-ready business leaders. Okay, what is the future we are looking at? It is a future shaped and defined by technological changes, sustainability and environmental concerns, and an increasingly interconnected world. That is why at Nanyang Business School, we train you in terms of tech, in terms of sustainability, and in terms of global perspective. Okay, so this is basically the NTU rankings. So in NTU, it is consistently ranked, NTU is consistently ranked among the top universities in the world. Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge, Stanford, you name it. Okay, so these are some of the rankings. So some humble bragging here. And then in terms of NBS, okay, we are the #1 business school in terms of Nanyang MBA in the MBA. Okay, we are the #1 in Singapore. And in terms of subject ranking, NBS is ranked in the global top 20. So this is the QS Global Top 20 ranking. What this ranking does is that it surveys employers and asks them, how do you see the degree program? Is it well recognized? So we have 4 subject ranking in the global top 20: computer science and information systems, marketing, business and management, accounting, and finance. What does that mean for you? So that means that if you graduate from NBS with a degree in marketing, you will be recognized by global employers that you have one of the best training in the world. All right. Now, what are the NBS degree programs that we have here in Nanyang Business School? Okay, we divide them into 2 groups. One is the accountancy and one is the business degree programs. Okay, in terms of the accountancy programs, we have the BASA, what we call Bachelor of Accountancy, Sustainability Management and Analytics. AFL basically means Accounting for Future Leaders. This is a 4-year business accounting degree. Okay, and we also have our 3-year accountancy degree, which is well recognized and has been established for over 40 years. All right, so this is our single degree. On the business side, we have we have a suite of business degree. One, we have the Bachelor of Applied Computing in Finance. This is a joint offering with the College of Computing and Data Science. It mainly focuses on fintech. Okay, if you are interested in technology and you're interested in finance, this will be the degree for you. We also have our Bachelor of Business single degree. I'll go into details about this Bachelor of Business later. All right. And then we also have a suite of double degree. Okay, we have what we call the ACDA, which is Accountancy, Data Science, and Artificial Intelligence. This is a double degree with the College of Computing and Data Science. We also have a very well-established BCG program, which is called the Double Degree in Business, with a specialization in Business Analytics and Computer Engineering or Computer Science. Again, this is joint offering with the College of Computing and Data Science. It is a double degree. Okay, and then we have what we call ACBS. It is basically the double degree in accountancy and business. Okay. Now, why study accountancy or business in NBS? Okay, if you are interested in accountancy, NBS is the natural choice. Okay, because we are the most established accountancy program in Singapore with over 40 years of history. Okay, so what does this history mean? It means that you will have access to a large and active alumni network. Okay, if you go into the Big Four, yesterday I was working with two alumni, okay, accountancy alumni, and they from 10 years ago, and they were talking to me about how they joined the Big Four, and they say that there is a lot of NTU alumni, NBS alumni in the Big Four. Okay, and if you go to the companies, okay, the CFOs, most likely you will meet an NTU alumni as well, NBS alumni. So that means you will have access to a very strong industry connection. Okay, so our accountancy degree. Now, in terms of business, we offer 7 majors: actuarial data science, business analytics, finance, human resource consulting, international trading, marketing, and risk analytics. You can go onto our website to understand more about each of these majors. Okay, now at Nanyang Business School, how do we actually train our undergrad? Okay, now in NTU, all undergrad has to go through two sets of courses. One is what on this left-hand side is basically trains you in your interdisciplinary skills. We have what we call the interdisciplinary collaborative common core courses. It's a set of common core courses that is taken by all students across NTU. You will come together and meet people from engineering, humanities, media, and then you work together on solving real world problems. That is our ICC core courses. And just this year, we have introduced what we call Care, Serve, and Learn. It's a service learning module to train students to be empathetic leaders, okay? So that's on one side. And on the other side, we have what we call the broadening and deepening electives. These are basically free electives that allow you to customize your education. Be it you want to do credit-bearing internships, you want to take on online courses, you want to do minors, second majors, go on global immersion programs. This is the electives that you take to customize your education. All right. And within NBS, how do we train our students? Okay, based on what we have on the NTU level side, within NBS, what we do is that in the first year, we train all our students in foundational business, accountancy, and computing courses, depending on your degree itself. Okay, and then we focus a lot on career preparation. We have a whole series of professional series courses that teach you on professional communication, digital proficiency, and career preparation. Okay, and all our students, depending on the program, they will have to go through either a 10 weeks professional attachment or a longer semester-long professional internship. For business and accountancy students, they go on a professional attachment at the end of the first year. Okay, this is to make sure that our students understand the importance of career readiness. All right, and then from the second year onwards, students branch out to take on advanced courses in their own program. If you are doing accountancy, you will take more in-depth accountancy core and electives. And if you're in the business program, you'll be taking on your major specific core and so on. And then, of course, you also have your tech and computing core if you're taking the BCG or ACDA or BACF. So that basically is a very broad summary of the NBS curriculum. Okay, and all this curriculum is underpinned, okay, by discussion-based experiential learning. Our classroom size are very small, 30, 40, max is 50. Okay, so it's very discussion-based. Students work on real-world industry projects. Okay, and then we have guest speakers, and some of our adjunct lecturers are actually from the industry itself, bring in very at the forefront industry practice into the classroom. Okay. We focus a lot on career preparation. So we have a dedicated careers team. Prof. Elison will talk about it later. They will coach you, mentor you. There will be a lot of industry networking opportunities for you. And there will be a lot of opportunities for you to hone your skills in terms of case competitions. Okay, now global exposure is very important. As I've mentioned just now, we want to train our students to be global leaders, able to think like global citizens. And that's where there's a lot of opportunities for students to go on overseas trips, immersion programs, business study missions, and so on. And finally, NTU is well known for our co-curricular activities, a very vibrant campus life. Prof. Elison will share with you what kind of leadership opportunities in the clubs that you can look forward to late if you join us. Okay, all in all, we are looking at a full and holistic university education at Nanyang Business School. Not only will you be receiving a future-focused curriculum, you will also be trained to be career ready. Okay, in terms of you'll be having a full suite of exposure to the industry, and you also have overseas exposure. Okay, now of course the vibrant student life and access to the alumni and NBS community. Okay, so that gives a very, very broad overview of what Nanyang Business School has to offer for incoming graduates and undergraduates. Now, let me talk about the Bachelor of Business, double single major with honors. This is our newest baby, and what we want to do with it is to shape future-ready business leaders. Okay, NTU, NBS, as you may be aware, we are celebrating 30 years as Nanyang Business School. So we take this opportunity to relook at our offering, and starting from AY26, that means this August 2026, okay, the Bachelor of Business will transit from a 3-year to a 4-year curriculum. Okay, and why do we do that? Okay, now let me give some insights from the industry first. Okay, so this is the Future of Jobs report from World Economic Forum. They do these reports every 2 years. Okay, so every 2 years they will interview employers and ask them, how do you see the future of jobs? Okay, and in one of their infographics and one of their key findings is that they find that the top 3 fastest growing skills needed by employers by 2030 is tech, tech, and tech. And that's also the NBS DNA as well. Okay, that's the first point. And the second point is that there is more and more emphasis on career readiness in a VUCA world. Graduates are expected to plug and play immediately on the first day of they join the company. Okay, you may see in the newspapers how it is important to accumulate internships. Okay, so that by the time you graduate, you will be able to contribute immediately to the company. Okay, and if you think that in an AI world, okay, we can just hide behind the computer, sorry, you're wrong. Soft skills are becoming more and more important than ever before, because that is how we can add value beyond AI. And so given all these changes in the industry, we designed the Bachelor of Business, okay, with a strong focus on tech fluency, career readiness, okay, focusing on credit-bearing internships, global exposure, soft skills, okay? And we want to train our students with an agile mindset, the ability to think broadly in terms of being able to apply from different disciplines. And of course, we want to train our students. We hear our students that they want to be individuals. It's no longer a one-size-fits-all. So they want to have a flexibility in their curriculum, their learning journey, to fit their diverse learning and career aspirations. And that is why we have the enhanced Bachelor of Business. Okay, so let's talk a bit more about what do we mean by tech fluency and how do we actually integrate tech into our curriculum. Of course, over the next few years and also in the past few years, we have been adding more and more tech courses. We have been adding AI courses, but more importantly, AI is just one of the new technology. We want students to be able to think with a tech mindset. Okay, so we add new tech courses and we train students in major specific tech developments. That's why we have what we call technology roadmaps. Okay, so major specific technology roadmap. Here we have the finance technology roadmap. At the end of the journey, the students can expect to be tech fluent. Okay, and what do we mean by a tech fluent professional in finance? It means someone who is able to confidently apply, adapt, and integrate technology to solve business problems. It is important that it is applied. It is business first, and tech is a tool to help you solve the business problem. They're not just teaching you programming. Okay, we're teaching you to learn how to apply tech to solve industry problems. Okay, and how do we do that? Of course, we start in the first year to develop foundational tech literacy. Okay, so all students need to know programming, not in depth, but enough to understand what it means, okay, and the language itself, so they can at least speak to the programmers. Okay, we learn about tech statistics, data science. We learn about numerical fluency and, of course, basic programming. Okay, Now, after you have developed your foundational tech literacy, it is important for you because we are all humans, right? So we need to understand, how does tech impact society, impact business? How does tech disruption, okay, bring about value to the industry and society? But yet at the same time, understand the pitfalls associated with tech, okay? Because we cannot just rely on tech, okay? Now, after we have understood all this, right, that's when you deep dive into the major specific tech skills. For finance, okay, data is integral. So you learn about financial data. Do we use it to predict, look at company performance and so on. Okay, we also introduce students to technology, financial innovation. What is crypto? What is blockchain? How can blockchain disrupt the business models? Okay, and then you can see that we have in your third and fourth year, you will also undertake courses with specialized tools. Okay, blockchain and AI for finance, equity investing with big data. This is interesting because can you use satellite to predict a company's performance satellite information to predict a company's performance next year? You can. Take for example, supermarkets. Okay, people are looking at supermarkets. The traffic footfall to supermarket, the parking lots, are they full? Are they empty? You can see. Okay, then you use this data to predict whether this supermarket chain will perform well going forward. So these are all very interesting developments in the industry that we are bringing into the classroom. All right. And of course, at NBS, you have access to a full suite of tech-related minors from our fellow colleges, like from our computing school, from our science school. Okay, and I'll talk about the tech-related minors in a bit. Okay, so that's our tech-focused curriculum. Now, what about career readiness? Okay, how do we actually develop our students to be career ready? Of course, we train them on the soft skills. We have a suite of communication courses, but we also have very different types of experiential learning. First of all, global exposures. As I've mentioned just now, it is very important for students to think like global citizens. Okay, a lot of our students go on semester-long exchanges, and on top of that, they can go on overseas immersion programs. Okay, so what do we mean by overseas immersion programs? You could go on a 1 week language course to Japan, to Seoul. Okay, that will be during a winter break. Just last winter, I accompanied a group of 20 odd students to Japan, to Tokyo, to understand about Tokyo culture. How do you do business in Tokyo? And how do you get internships? And what does it mean to work as an expatriate in Tokyo itself? So one of the students actually got a job in Tokyo or internship in Tokyo. So this is the global exposures that we expose our students to. Now, and then our students, if you come in to join us, you can expect to have a suite of career preparation course. Okay, this is a very well-defined set of courses. Okay, well-crafted as well. Okay, we start off with career launchpad in the first year to help you understand what is your personal brand. How do you start the job search? Okay, and then in the second year, we have what we call the careers future forward, where you learn about how do you build your LinkedIn presence, how do you write your resume and do your interview such that you stand out. And finally, career astuteness, that will be in your third year. Okay, when you're on your final internship, ready for conversion, then we'll teach you how to navigate the workplace, how to build your professional presence such that it will be long lasting throughout your career. Okay, so this is a very well-crafted set of career preparation course that is being built specially for Nanyang Business School students. Okay, and we are launching this Career Accelerator program that is for our 4-year Bachelor of Business students. Okay, what is this Career Accelerator program about? Okay, now, some of you have gone on internships, some of you may not. Okay, now, how do you feel when you're doing your internship? And what do you wish that you have more of? Right? If for me, when I did my internship many years ago, I wish that there was someone guiding me along the way so that I can understand how do I react to my boss if they ask me, please work overtime, many overtime. How can I navigate the um, workplace dynamics? Okay, so this Career Accelerator program is a very structured internship program whereby there will be mentorship by faculty supervisors, by career coaches. There will be workshops, and there will be also sessions whereby we also help students understand what is next for them. Is this something that you want? Okay, so this is a whole suite of courses that we have inbuilt into the curriculum to help you be career ready on your first day of work. Now, so this enhanced Bachelor of Business, what is it actually? It is we are offering two Bachelor of Business degree program. One is a Bachelor of Business double major. Okay, it takes 137 AUs to complete. It has higher entry requirements. And then the second degree or program is actually the Bachelor of Business single major. A slightly lower number of AUs to complete, 128 AUs. AUs in our nomenclature in NTU is academic units. Okay, so the normal candidature is 4 years. The minimum candidature is 3.5 years. Okay, so for the single major, okay, your degree scroll will reflect your major such that it places more importance on your training. For example, Bachelor of Business in Marketing, Bachelor of Business in Finance. Okay, so some of you may have seniors in NTU. The finance major will now be renamed as, and the banking and finance major will now be renamed as finance, no longer banking and finance. So a strong focus on finance itself. So 7 business majors offered, as I mentioned just now. And then sometimes if you like, you want to expand your interdisciplinary learning, you can couple it with a non-business second major that is offered from other schools. For example, you can opt for the second major is sustainability, entrepreneurship, psychology, economics, or strategic communication. And this will complement your dominant major. All right. Now, the Bachelor of Business double major. Okay, so this is a curated set of double majors whereby we actually work with employers, we work with alumni, and we work with our faculty to understand which majors have synergies. Okay, which are the type of skill sets that are most sought after by the industry. And because sometimes if you have too many choices, you get very confused. So here we have a curated set of 10 double majors for you to look at. Okay, so here we have Actuarial Data Science and Business Analytics, Actuarial Data Science and Finance, Finance and Accountancy, Accounting, Finance and Business Analytics, Finance and International Trading, Finance and Risk Analytics, Human Resource Consulting and Business Analytics, Human Resource Consulting and Marketing, Marketing and Business Analytics, and Risk Analytics and Accounting. Okay, so these are the 10 double majors you can look forward to. And you can see it's very clear cut. Each of them it has a lot of synergies between each of the double major within each double major combination. You can go onto our website to have a look to understand what does it mean to have this double major. Okay, importantly, your degree scroll will also reflect both majors. For example, you will have a Bachelor of Business in Actuarial Data Science and Finance. Now, talking about actuarial data science, we are one of the oldest we are one of the business schools offering actuarial data science within a business school. Okay, you are trained rigorously in mathematics, and in the new offering, we will have a new track under actuarial data science, which is quant finance. So quant finance and finance works very nicely together. Okay, so you have the quantitative skill sets and you will also have the domain knowledge. Another interesting one some of the students may be wanting is human resource consulting and marketing. This is a powerful combination if you want to go into consulting. Okay. So what are the minors you can look forward to? So for the 4-year Bachelor of Business, we are offering 2 new minors, one in business technology. Okay, this allows students to deepen their technology skill sets within their main domain or explore technology applications across other majors. For example, if you are in finance, you may want to deepen your skill sets in finance. And so you take a minor in business technology, but with a strong focus on finance tech courses. Okay, or if you are or you may want to say, oh, I'm in finance, my major is in finance, but I may want to have some marketing skill sets as well. So then I may do a minor in business tech, but with a strong focus on marketing tech courses. Okay, so then you can see that there's a lot of synergies going on within in your curriculum, and there's also a lot of flexibility to design your own learning. Okay, and then in NBS, we pride ourselves on trying on the emphasis on sustainability. We want our students, to lead with empathy, to understand social challenges, understand environmental issues. So then we are also offering a minor in corporate sustainability. Okay, so students will read courses relating to general corporate sustainability, sustainable finance, reporting, ESG reporting, and so on. Okay, and if you are keen to see what other minors we have in NTU, okay, there are over 40 other minors to choose from. These are offered by other colleges in NTU. So we have, for example, a minor in AI, computing and data science, design and systems thinking. And then actually I went around, and when I look at the minors, some of them, I may have chosen that as an undergrad if I would have that choice. Archaeology, photography, drama, and performance, just so that I can have a developed more holistically as a person. Okay, so you can see all the exciting minors that you can access to in NTU. Now, just very briefly, right? I just want to give you some use cases of what may be possible if you join us at NBS. So take for example this lady here. Okay, she's taking the Bachelor of Business double major. Okay, and she wants to go into consulting. Okay, so perhaps she will do a double major in human resource consulting and marketing. This is a powerful combination. You learn about the human aspect and you learn about the marketing aspect. And then to deepen the tech focus, she chooses a minor in artificial intelligence, such that she would have the skill sets, okay, to add value to her consulting job. And on top of that, other than studies, of course, we need to have experiential learning. So she may choose to go to exchange in Europe in year 3, Sem 1, okay? And then she will also take a part-time credit-bearing internship at a consulting firm. Okay, so right now we are working to make sure that part-time internships can be credit-bearing as well. Now, this second student, okay, he's a 4-year bachelor. He decides to take a 4-year Bachelor of Business, single major in finance. He is laser focused in the finance industry. And then as you may have read, the finance industry students are doing multiple internships. Okay, so this student, he has done his research. He knows he needs to take multiple internships. So how does he build that into his curriculum? Okay, I'm going to show you how you can do that using your what we call the broadening and deepening electives. Remember, I said that there's all these free electives that you can use to customize your education. So this gentleman here, what he's going to do is he's going to use his elective to take a part-time internship at investment bank in year 2. Then in year 3, he's going to embark on a semester-long career accelerator program. Okay, one of the semester. And then in year 4, what he's going to do is, so far he has not gone for any overseas exposure. In year 4, he's going to build in a internship with an overseas element. Okay, then we have this what we call the overseas entrepreneurship program. Okay, and you can do a fintech. You can do it with with a startup. So here he chooses a fintech startup. So you can see every year he has some experiential learning, and then at the end of it, he will at least have 3 internship and with 1 global exposure. Okay, and all this is using just your credits in NBS. Okay, and of course, if you just work and study, it makes you a bit dull. Okay, I will say that. So what this person do is he knows that he needs to make his resume interesting. He needs to present himself to employers as an interesting person, someone who will be interesting to talk to. Okay, after all, if you join a company, your colleagues want to make sure that they have an interesting colleague, right? So then he decides to develop his personal interest. He's going to read an elective via MOOC, okay, online courses that is available through NTU. Okay, so he's going to do a Bitcoin and cryptocurrency by UC Berkeley, and he's going to take on a hip hop dance elective and guitar elective from NIE to ensure that he has actually a whole package, a holistic package, so that he looks like, so that at the end of the 4 years, he will be an interesting individual that employers and future colleagues will want to work with. All right. So now, I've explained quite a fair bit on this 4-year Bachelor of Business. Okay. When we launched this 4-year Bachelor of Business, we actually reached out to a lot of our employer partners. We have many employer partners, and they look at the new program and say, this is something that I believe will definitely add value to the students. Okay, and they do look forward to having recruit our students in the future. Okay, so these are the endorsements, some of the endorsement from employer partners. All right. So now, this is very important. Okay, the admissions timeline. Right now, we are in February. We are starting applications, and the applications will also end in February. Okay, you can expect the offers to go out in April, and in May, the acceptance window will close. Okay, and importantly, if you want to find out what the student life is about and what are NBS curriculum, do follow us on our socials. All right. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend, everyone. I will hand it over to Prof. Elison.
Thank you, Angie. All right, so my turn. Let me just take a minute to share my slide. Can everyone see my slide? All good?
Actually, yeah, all good.
Thank you. Okay, so my colleague, Prof. Angie, has already shared about the academic aspects of what it means to be at NBS. Sounds exciting, right? And especially with the new business, four-year business program, what we think is that it offers a lot of opportunities for aspiring young students like yourselves. All right, so I'm going to talk about the student life at NBS, focusing on the experiential aspects of what it means to be pursuing a university degree at Nanyang Business School. My name is Elison. I take care of the marketing, outreach, and missions, as well as the student life aspect of NTU and at NBS. Okay, now first and foremost, I want to invite all of you to our open house. So NTU is holding our open house on 28th of February this year. All right, so that is about 3 weeks away from today. And NBS will be hosting all of you at our own building, which is called Wichoya Plaza. Okay, so please follow our social media. You will receive all the information pertaining to how the open house will look like. We've lined up a whole series of very exciting programs covering both academic talks as well as the clubs and experiential aspects of what it means to have a full university experience at NBS. So do come and experience, do come with your questions, do come and interact with our faculty and students who will be there to personally answer all of your questions. Okay, so I want to do also a little bit of sharing about the campus. We have a huge and large campus at NTU. It is Singapore's largest campus in terms of size. It's about 200 hectares in size. It's a sprawling campus with very different beautiful parts. A lot of greenery. The halls look amazing. You have the newer ones as well as the vintage ones that you can, actually choose to be at. All right. So this building, and especially the building that Nanyang Business School is housed in, called Wichoya Plaza, has won several awards. It is also one of NTU's eight, net zero buildings. All right. So at NTU, we walk the talk. When we talk about sustainability and living for the future, we are living the future in the present. We do actually walk the talk because we believe in how that is being expressed in our daily lives. Okay, so the pictures on the right hand side, topmost, that's what we call the grand staircase. This is a beautiful part of our building. And near to this is also where the open house activities will be organized. Okay, so mark the calendar. Do come and join us. The open house will be running all the way from morning right to the late afternoon. So do come and join us and stay tuned, all right, on our social medias. All right. So Angie has talked about the academic aspects, in terms of the curriculum and the exciting programs that we put together for all of you who are aspiring future leaders. Now, we believe that learning does and must occur beyond the classroom. All right. So, which is why at NBS, we make sure that the student life, the experiences, global immersions are all available so that students can maximize their opportunities and ensure that they have a full and vibrant student life without having to go overseas. Okay, we actually offer that full experience right here in Singapore. All right, so imagine living on campus, going for classes on campus, pretty much what a lot of people aspire to do in an overseas university, right? But you can actually do that. All right, so I think this is a case of where you can have your cake and eat it right at home with a lot of comfort and convenience at the same time without compromising what you get out of your whole experience. Okay, so there are three aspects I want to talk about. First of all, the hall life. At NTU, there are a large number of halls you can choose from. Each hall has its own personality. Each hall is excellent in various aspects. It could be the sports, it could be other causes that they believe in. So feel free to look for a hall that suits your interests. Okay, and at the same time, we at NBS we also have 5 houses as well as 18 and maybe increasing student clubs, right? That you can choose from that suits your personal interest. Okay, so let me talk about the halls of residence very quickly. This is where a lot of our students this is what they call home away from home because they spend a significant part of their lives in the hall. Okay, so imagine, a place where you can rest, imagine a place where you can bond, you will make new friends, you can hang out with friends that you work with, and there's a lot of bonding that can happen. And often our students tell us that they find lifelong friendships at the halls. Okay, so there's a whole variety of different options that you have. And the best part is that at NTU, we guarantee you 2 years of hall stay. All right. So once, if for those of the students who want to experience the whole life, there is no shortage, and at the same time, there are many options you can choose from, and you can do that for 2 years. Okay. Now let me talk a little bit about the 5 houses at NBS. All right. So the 5 houses, respectively, are as follows. All right. So we have Inflammare, Color Splash, Rush, FOP, and Zenith. These 5 houses have different characters, they have different personalities, they have different interests. All right, but these are the 5 houses that students will be introduced to from the first day at MBS. They will be the seniors will be there to meet all of you from the first day, and you'll be introduced and initiated into a community where you will make friends and you will bond with, you will attend activities, you will hone your leadership skills as well as you take on different roles in the houses. All right. And then also every one of them, okay, will offer different experiences for the members. Hang on. All right. So I want to also share a little bit about our orientation program. So this is the first point where you will meet your house seniors as well as your house leaders. Okay, so a picture on the right-hand side shows that Nanyang Business School is not just a boring place. We work hard, we play hard. Okay, and drawing from last year's orientation, this is a picture of the final event that wraps up the orientation, which is the rave night. So we had a DJ come to the building itself. This is actually a picture taken at Nanyang Business School, our Wichoya Plaza, where we come together, we spend a whole evening together, jumping, dancing, playing and all that all in one space. So this actually captures the kind of vibrancy as well as the nature of the student life that you can expect at Nanyang Business School. All right, there are other activities that we put together through the houses. Okay, and depending on the different clubs, again, their focus is slightly different. So there's a bit of picking and choosing here pertaining to what kind of interest you would like to go for, what kind of skills, what kind of community you like to be a part of. Is all up to you. But I think the common part that runs across the 5 houses is the fact that there is a sense of community. There's a sense of bonding. There's a sense of friendship as you plan for activities, as you work through the different aspects of what it means to put together the ideas together and materialize it. Therein lies learning that can take place only outside of the classroom. Okay, let me talk about the student clubs at NBS. Yeah. So, as I mentioned, there are 18 and counting number of student clubs. Okay, you guys might have heard of some of these clubs already. For example, you might have heard of some of the finance clubs. You might have heard of business solutions. You might have heard of the accountancy and business club itself, which is the major club at NBS. Okay, so but whatever your interest is, whatever you would like to aspire to grow in, there is a club at NBS. If not, There are also clubs at NTU, right, that you can be a part of. So there's a lot of opportunities for growth. There's a lot of opportunity for exploration. There's a lot of opportunity for even boosting and growing your resume through the different things that you are part of. All right, so feel free, and I do encourage all of you to jump on board from the first day and take advantage of all these opportunities that NBS has put together for all of you. Okay, so as mentioned, the specialization clubs, we might change this to the major clubs. All of these represent the key majors that we offer at NBS. All right, so for example, marketing is a club for all marketing students. And I say that because I'm a faculty member of the marketing division. I feel very passionate about this club as well. They've been doing a great job in inviting industry speakers, and exposing the members to growth and opportunities like that. Now, the NTU Accountancy and Business Club is the major club. They organize, college level activities for the student community. All right, and then again, there are many different clubs pertaining to the specialization of interest that you want to pursue. Okay, so this slide captures some of the things that the Accountancy and Business Club have undertaken in just one semester. Okay, so in just one semester, they have put together different events, different opportunities, different points where students can meet, can interact, can grow together. Now, we also have interest clubs. Okay, so these are clubs that are more specific to different areas of interest that our students are keen to grow in. Okay, for example, we have Nanyang Capital, which is a highly coveted club, all right, that trains our students through putting together different programs, as well as, getting students to take part in meaningful activities and competitions that hone their skills and helps them to prepare their resume. Okay, so this is a club that has very high interest among students interested in the finance sector. Now, likewise, the Business Solution Club is also a club that students who are interested to grow and pursue the area of consulting, for example, might want to join. Okay, so I share some photos taken from the Asian Business Case Competition last year, and I was privileged to be a part of that. So what the club has done is to organize a large-scale case competition, inviting all students from the overseas universities to come on board to take part. So you see on the right-hand side a photo that we took at the final event where, we have multiple teams, coming from different parts of the world. All right, as far as the US, as far as, even the regional partners and so on, coming together to share ideas and work on a case together and, also develop friendships, okay, among the participants. Okay, right ahead. Our students have been doing well at the case competitions. They represent us. Again, this is the kind of quality of the training as well as placement in the case competitions that NBS is very proud of. Okay, so we do focus on equipping students to do very well, whatever their interest may be. Now, Angie earlier on mentioned about the Academy for Career Services. We have a unique and dedicated team of careers coaches, as well as a team of folks that are working in a careers related training for NBS undergraduates. So this group of individuals, very dedicated, is among, I think we are very fortunate. We are among very few colleges and universities, right, to have a dedicated team just helping our students, equipping them, coaching them, working on their resumes, and looking at creating opportunities for our students to place them well according to their areas of interest. All right. So global immersions, that's something that Angie spoke about earlier on as well. All right. And as part of that, the local and overseas internships, that's an important aspect of preparing you for the future world. So we want to give you and equip you opportunities for career readiness so that when you are ready to join the workforce, you are very well prepared, all right, and you will be able to stand up head and shoulders among other competitors. Okay. Internship partners, okay, these are just a subset of the companies that we actively work with. Okay, and every year there will be, different companies that are available to all our undergraduate students in the area of internship. And this is one aspect that we encourage our students to take a more deliberative, as well as intentional approach. Okay, so earlier on, Angie mentioned about the Career Accelerator program. That is something that we thoughtfully put together. How do you make the best of your internships? Is the number of internships just something that we endlessly pursue? Not quite, right? Because we hear from industry partners that the quality of the training, as well as what students do to make the most of their internships while you have it, is actually more important. So we're here to support all of our students so that they can get the most out of their internship experience. So it's not just chasing after the numbers, but actually turning the numbers into quality experiences that will give them an edge over other students joining the workforce. Okay, in the same way, global immersions, we encourage our students to go on overseas exchange program. And the benefit of, revising our business program to a 4-year program means that students can have their cake and eat it. You can pack in different experiences, including spending 1 semester in an overseas university to enhance your worldview, to have open experiences, to interact with other people that may not come from the same cultural background. I think that is an important way and a very effective way of growing agility, adaptability, and also widening your cultural intelligence. Okay, so these are the different global partners that we work with. Basically, you can, depending on your interest, you can always find a place in the world among our large number of global partners to do an overseas exchange in. Now, I also want to talk a little bit about the different other programs that we do at Nanyang Business School, the different kind of activities that we also have so that we support students towards their path to success. Okay, we care about students' wellness, and therefore, there are different activities that the college also puts together in terms of making sure that our students are thriving. They're not just going through their work days or their study days, but they also have the chance to unwind, to develop strategies for handling well-being and making sure that they don't just function, but they function and they are well above all the different challenges that they face. Now, the most recent one is our this activity that we brought in, students that actually look at the students for students to interact with dogs. So we call this the animal therapy. So this is something that we thought was very interesting and fun to do. Students also loved it as well. Let me end with this slide, okay, that actually captures together our belief at Nanyang Business School. Okay, so this is a picture featuring Yong An right in the middle, okay, together with the different faculty as well as his friends, okay, from actuarial science. All right, and what this shows for us, and if you read what Yong An has shared in terms of his experience and time at NBS, it really brings together not just a set of unique curriculum, but also opportunities as well as friendship that supports him all the way so that he can pursue things that he's interested in and also do it, with guidance from faculty, with guidance from staff at NBS. So this is the way we look at education at Nanyang Business School, a holistic approach, and also offering you a full set of experiences where you can pick and choose and curate your study plate altogether. Okay, I'm gonna park here for 2 seconds. Take out your handphones, scan this QR codes, and follow us on our socials. And on these social media platforms, you will learn more about Nanyang Business School as well as the various activities that we organize on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis. Okay, so I wish you all the best in your selection of your programs, and I hope to see you at Nanyang Business School. Thank you.
Hi, very good morning, everyone. My name is Omar. I'm from the Office of Admissions, and I'm the Senior Assistant Director overseeing scholarships, admissions, as well as outreach for NTU as well. So I'm sure you've had an amazing morning hearing the amazing stuff from our faculty as well as our current students as well. So for my segment, I'll be touching primarily on the scholarships that you can look forward to as well. Okay. So fun fact, if you are not aware of it by now, NTU, we are actually the #1 university in Singapore and #3 in Asia based on the most recent university rankings in 2026. So some of you might be wondering, how was NTU able to climb up all the way to #1 in Singapore? And the answer, honestly, is actually pretty simple. The first and primary reason is because we invest. We invest in our students. We are keen to ensure that we develop them holistically, and we are truly passionate in ensuring that they are future ready as well. So these are some of the things that you can look forward to for you to be part of, should you choose to be part of NTU. Now, I understand that I'm speaking to some of the best and the brightest applicants this morning. So I would also like to reiterate to you one of the key signature programs belonging under NBS, of which it is the NBS Global Leaders Program. Now, we do understand that as part of talent attraction, money alone is not enough. Scholarship money alone is not enough, which is why should you choose to matriculate and be part of the NBS Global Leaders Program, there are a lot of guarantees that you have in store for you. The faculty have already spoken a lot about global exposure. They've spoken to you a lot about the workshops that you can look forward to, but I would briefly want to touch a bit more on this idea of networking. So being part of the NBS Global Leaders Program guarantees you with networking, building networks with industry leaders, alumni, and peers. And perhaps you might not understand the value of networking right now. Ultimately, networking truly will give you the opportunity to open a lot of doors. And these are doors that can help you gain your very first interview. These are the opportunities that will help you to meet like-minded people in this program, so that not only you push one another better, but you can also find like-minded people to take part in case studies, in competitions, not just making friends for life. So you are the average of the people that you surround yourself with. And if you choose to be part of the NBS Global Leaders Program, you are definitely guaranteed to be in the company of some of the brightest minds in NBS. And together, you are truly able to develop yourself a lot more holistically, push yourself to even further greater heights. So we definitely look forward to welcoming you to be part of the NBS Global Leaders Program. Now, as part of being in the NBS Global Leaders Program, there is also the NBS Global Leaders Program Scholarship. And some of the things that you are guaranteed would be #1, not just subsidized tuition fee, meaning for the 4 years in NTU, you don't pay any tuition fee at all, but you're also given things such as an annual living allowance, accommodation allowance as well, one-time laptop allowance. And not only that, should you choose to take part in any of our overseas exchange program, there's also a travel grant of up to $8,000 as well. Being part of this scholarship will also provide you with certain other non-financial guarantees. So for example, if you are part of the NBS Global Leaders Program and you hold on to this scholarship, you are guaranteed 4 years in NTU hostel stay. Now, while all undergraduates are guaranteed the first 2 years, as a scholar, you are in fact guaranteed 4 years instead. So you don't need to worry about getting hall points. You don't need to worry about all that. You will be guaranteed 4 years in an NTU hostel. So that is if you choose to be part of the NBS Global Leaders Program, as well as holding on to the NBS Global Leaders Program scholarship as well. Now, should you choose to take a degree program that is not compatible with being part of the NBS Global Leaders Program, you are also entitled to apply for the Nanyang Global Scholarship. All right, so this is a scholarship given to outstanding freshmen, and it also comes with it the exact same financial guarantees as well. Beyond that, I would like to reaffirm NTU's position in ensuring that we truly develop all our students, which is why NTU has a diverse range of scholarships as well as awards. And if you are looking at applying, there will be an option for you to choose from our various scholarships. Now, instead of having to select all the boxes, we've made the admissions as well as scholarship application process very seamless for you. When you're selecting your scholarship, all you need to do is just click either you want to be considered for a merit-based scholarship, a talent-based scholarship, or even a need-based scholarship. In fact, if you want to be considered for all 3 scholarships, all you need to do is just click on the 3 boxes, the box on merit-based, the box on talent base, the box on needs base as well. And rest assured, we will offer you the best scholarship that you are entitled to. So we are making things seamless for you as part of the application process. So you don't need to click every single scholarship. We want to make it easier for you, and rest assured, we will offer you the best scholarship. Now, if you are keen to know more about our various scholarship, I'll give you about 20 to 30 seconds to scan on the QR code that you can see on the top right corner over there. So this will lead you to more information as well as our scholarship brochure. So I'll spend a bit of time on this slide before I move on to the next slide in about 10 more seconds. All right, so I hope you were able to scan the QR code on the top right. I'll now move on to my next slide as well. So quite a number of you might have this misconception that to be able to get a scholarship in NTU, you need to score close to perfect CGPA. I'd like to assure you that NTU as a university, we are cognizant of the fact that our students or our applicants, they have different peaks of excellences. We are aware that some of you are talented in many areas, not necessarily in the academics, and we would like to recognize such talent. So we do have with us the NTU Talent Scholarship, and we are looking at 3 domains. If you have talent in sports, arts, or even leadership, we strongly would like to welcome you to apply for the NTU scholarship. The coverage is the exact same as what you saw for the Nanyang Global Scholarship. The key difference is that instead of a travel grant, you will actually get an $8,000 grant to help you to pursue your talent. If you're not aware of it by now, we do have quite a number of students in NBS holding on to the talent scholarship, and I believe some of you have had the opportunity to be in the same room as Braun earlier today. So Braun is actually one of our athletes who also represented Singapore in the most recent SEA Games. I believe he's also a gold medalist in his events in fencing, I believe as well. All right, so yes, if you have talent in the fields of sports, arts, or even leadership, we strongly welcome you, and we would really encourage you to apply for this scholarship so that you can continue to develop your talent further in NTU as well. Now, I've talked about the financial aspect quite a bit, but I would also like to highlight once again NTU's commitment to develop all our students through non-financial benefits as well. Ultimately, we are going to university not just to get a degree, but it is ultimately because we want to future ready ourselves and ensure that we are able to get a job of our choice when we graduate. So if you're holding on to your scholarships, in this case, in this context with NBS, if you're holding on to the NBS Global Leaders Program Scholarship, the Nanyang Global Scholarship, you are also guaranteed a placement in the NTU Honors College. So this is an opportunity for us to bring the best and the brightest across the various fields in NTU to come together to make a key difference, learn from different fields, and ultimately, all right, continue your development and become a better version of yourself when you graduate in 4 years from now. So what are some examples of guarantees or experiences that you can look forward to if you are part of the NTU Honors College, which is a guarantee if you are in the NBS Global Leaders Program or holding on to the Nanyang Global Scholarship. These are the following guarantees that you can look forward to, but I would like to provide a bit more detail on some of it. So firstly, you can see on the top left will be the Tech for Good Service Learning course. So you are in university, it is not just about getting your GPAs, it is not just about studying, but ultimately we want you to build real world solutions. So let's say, for example, if you notice, right, within the community, it could be in NTU, it could be in Singapore, right, in whatever way you choose to define a community, if you realize that there is a gap, there is an issue, and if you like to build a solution to plug that gap, NTU is committed to develop that idea and we will support you by giving you seed funding grants so that you can literally build that solution. And building this solution is not just simply to add another bullet point in your resume when you graduate, but ultimately it's about creating an impact that truly benefits others around you as well. You also see various opportunities in the form of workshops, as well as symposiums to develop yourself, to learn new ideas around you. But I would also like to talk more about the last point here on the bottom right, which is create your own course. So perhaps back in poly, you are primarily used to doing lessons such as things that have been created for you already. But in NTU, should you wish to matriculate with us, you actually have the luxury, you actually have the ability to create your own course. So for example, if you want to learn something particular about astronomy, if you want to learn something that is not covered or currently existing in NTU, all right, you can speak to a particular faculty member and ask him or her, hey, I'm actually interested in this particular field of yours, but you are not having it as a module. Can we create something like that? So we invite our students to be part of the co-creation of learning. So this means that learning is not just purely top-down, but you can also create your own module, create your own course for you to learn, for you to develop further as well. So all said and done about scholarship, how exactly do you go about applying for it? So as I mentioned earlier, when you are done with your application for admissions, you will have the opportunity to select your scholarships, right? It is quite a seamless process. And I've mentioned previously, select the type of scholarships that you want. We have merit-based, needs-based, as well as a talent-based. And if you want to apply for all three, perfectly fine. Just click on all three boxes. Of course, there'll be different essays, different questions, different inputs for the various types of scholarships. So if you choose all three, of course, you will need to give a lot more information than that as well. All right. Now, on top of scholarships, NTU also provides certain guarantees as well. We do understand that not all applicants come from privileged backgrounds. We have students from the neediest families as well. So which is why NTU is truly committed to ensure that no students are left behind. And as part of the NTU commitment to ensure that we can develop all our students, right, this is something I would like to share with you, which is the Enhanced Financial Assistance Scheme. So if you belong to certain per capita income or gross household income, right, NTU will commit to, number one, fully paying off your entire tuition fee. All right. And of course, if you belong to a much lower background, not only do we cover your tuition fee, we will also provide you with a $3,000 living allowance annually as well. This shows that as a university, we don't want to leave anyone behind. We are committed to ensuring that we develop all our students so that you can focus on having a well-rounded student life instead of worrying about where or how you're going to be paying off your tuition fee as well, okay? This is my last slide, and I think there were quite a number of questions being given about how can you stand out when it comes to applications. And perhaps my best response to it will be, and if there's only one word you remember from my sharing, I hope the word will be relevance, or in this case, relevant. In your application, be it in admissions, aptitude-based admissions, or even for your scholarship, do include relevant points in your admissions essay or even in your scholarship essay. So let me give you an example. If you are applying for an entrepreneurship program, and if you're applying for an entrepreneurship scholarship, for example, so you would want to include relevant experiences, relevant achievements in the field of, all right, as you've guessed it, in the field of entrepreneurship. All right, you would only have about 500 words to impress us. So it is really an exercise as to whether you are able to, number one, be discerning enough in picking only the relevant information on entrepreneurship. Talk about what are some of the competitions that you've done, what were some of the projects that you've done, but not just that. Talk also about the impact that you have created through those achievements as well. So instead of writing about your life story all the way from primary school all the way to polytechnic, all right, my recommendation is to reflect on your various life chapters and really pick out the key relevant paragraphs of your life story, right? So that as admissions officers, we can really see that you have the strength, you have the passion, as well as the relevant experiences that align with the program, that align with the scholarship, so that it will be a mutually beneficial arrangement. Because ultimately, we want to ensure that anyone and everyone who is in our scholarships or our programs are equally the right fit for us. And we also want to be a university that is the right fit for you as well. That is the end of my presentation. Now, of course, if there are further questions, or if you have anything else that you would like to ask that you are not able to ask through this channel, feel free to scan and then you can ask your questions through the form that you see.